Welcome to Level Lounge. I'm Donald Williams. This segment we're going to show you pretty much my favorite disc out of the bunch is the P2000. It's super versatile, easy to use. It's one you should always have in your bag of tricks when you're trying to paint correct as a detailer or even in your body shops. Go ahead and check it out. We're going to be taking it to one of my favorite, all-time favorite grits. It's the P2000 for the Forever disc. Now the Forever disc is a product that's going to take and last a longer time than your average discs that are out there. We're going to be doing on a pretty durable paint job here, but we've also got a lot of dirt and orange peel in it. We want to show the power of all the discs. Now so far we've gone through and we've done a P1200 on this. We've got a P1500 from our Level Forever disc selection. And the next level for finishing system, we're going to show you the power of the P2000. Now obviously 1200, 2500, all the way, between those areas we have a different spectrum of what cutting power is to be expected. The 1200 is definitely made to level fast, get the dirt out, level that orange peel. 1500 is pretty much a popular grit that's out there because it does basically the same thing. It just does a little bit slower than a 1200. Now the 2000 is going to be great because it levels, does a good job, not as fast as 12 or 1500, but it sets up the polishing stage a lot easier than a lot of those, than the two that are ahead of it. And the reason being for that is because it's not cutting as deep or lacerating the surface as deep, but it is still going to level it out. The point of this is we want to show you what these papers can do and when you're going to want to use them. So this P2000 is going to take and shorten the overall body of work, but not necessarily cut out the sanding steps as quickly as a P1200 or P1500. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. We're going to take one sheet of this Level P2000. We're going to get a nice piece of tape here. I'm going to show you guys the contrasts and the differences. One of the things you'll notice as you cut through this, you'll see that there's a little bit more of a sheen, as you can see here, between the 12 and the 1500 that you'll get. So what that's kind of telling you is you're not getting as deep of a laceration and the sanding's not going as deep. Now, we are going to be easier than the competitors that are out there as far as removing in the polishing stages between all of them. Why? Because we're not cutting as deep. Our profile on our sandpapers are not going to create giant pigtails. It's going to be a nice even surface along with the piston hook. That's a key integral part of this. It's nice and flat. The hook that's in this that connects to the back of this is designed to have a nice flat surface so that we're leveling, not to move too much like a J-hook is typically going to do for you. I want to turn this down to a comfortable OPMs or RPMs, whatever you guys want to refer to, so that I'm doing the job at my speed, not totally at the speed of the machine. I'm comfortable with it. And the thing with sandpaper is you don't want to crank it up too high when you're doing refinishing. One, we don't want to burn this nice fresh surface. And two, if we get it going too fast, you're going to actually just reduce the life of the sandpaper you're using. So let's go ahead and get started here. You can see the dirt. We've got some big chunks here. Now this 2000 might not totally take that out. But as far as the orange peel's going, these mild sandy, or the mild dirt that's stuck in here, this sandpaper is going to handle it in no time. So make sure when you guys get to the edges that you don't push too hard. It's a lot easier with the piston hook interface pad because it's flat surface. The sandpaper jumps over the edge instead of rolling around it. So now you can see if I just had a good paint booth and some mild dirt, the sandpaper would have taken out that mild dirt pretty quickly, leveled down that orange peel real easily. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to be a little bit more physical with this sandpaper. I think we're going to cut out dirt here just by pressing down a little bit more. You see that it comes off nice and easy. The anti-clog is working well. Now if you look at this here, we've leveled out where we need to. And a lot of this big dirt is something that these other grits would have been ideal for. So, but you can see it leveled out the orange peel. We still want to continue to use this paper. Make it a lot easier for us to jump into the polishing steps. What we're going to do here is we're going to take the tape off so we can show you what these sandpapers are really meant to do. Now you can see that the 2000 did an admirable job of leveling down the orange peel, getting the smaller dirt nibs out. And you can see here there's still a bit of a sheen left behind. Now, if you had a good paint booth and a pretty easy job and you're pretty well as far as managing the dirt, P2000 is going to be the best thing for you because you're going to get some of those little dirt nibs out and you're going to run through and you get a nice flat surface. So I hope this is coming clear on why we have the different steps that we have. And what we would do here with the 1200 is actually that 2000 would then be used to refine the 1200 scratch. But we'll do that on a separate video. But so far, done a great job. You can see what it does, see the life that goes along with it, that it can take care of a pretty good job. We appreciate you guys stopping by the Level Lounge. I think you know why this is my favorite bag of tricks when it comes to sandpaper, this P2000 Level Forever disc, because it is so versatile to be able to remove all those sand scratches and really quite easy to polish out. We want to make sure you guys, if you like what you see, you subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all of the next level products that are available to you and are coming available to you. And guys, let's comment on the section below. That way we can see how you like to use it, why you're taking it to the next level, and post your pictures to show why this product's so dominant. Till next time, I'm Donald Williams, and when you're ready to purchase this, go to www.level-finish.com and we'll see you there.